Hey there, sculptors. I just wanted to share what's going on with you and give you some cool painting tips and some good ideas in a lot of areas. So first thing I wanted to say, because I just opened up my drawer and I saw all of my awesome nail strips. Have you guys seen these things? I just have to show them to you. This one's some different brand, in Cocoa or something. There's Color Street. There's like a bunch of different brands. Probably know about these already. I'm probably just late coming to the party on these, but as a sculptor, I don't know if you've noticed, you can't really wear fingernail polish because the clay kind of eats away at it, so that doesn't work out. And so I just really haven't polished my nails for years. And then these cool things, it's like nail polish that you put as a sticker on your finger, and then it kind of adheres to it, so it feels like nail polish on there, really, except even better, I think. But anyway, so I had a sweet sister-in-law that told me about these, and so I've been having a great time with them. Anyway, I wanted to show you real quick how you do it. It comes in these little strips like that, and then it has a piece of plastic over it, probably to protect it first. And then you just peel it off. Oops. Luckily I just dropped it on my phone, so it came right up. But then you just kind of center it where you want it. And then, now there's many varieties. If you use the Color Street, and these two seem to be working pretty well as far as being a tear-off version. Some of the ones that are cheaper that you'll find on eBay and such, you need to clip with some scissors or whatever, but these you can just kind of, you adhere it really intensely to the tip of your nail too, and then you just kind of pull and it will tear right off. Look at that. I just painted my nail. I don't have to wait for it to dry. I don't know about you, but I apparently suck at painting nails, even though I'm an artist. Apparently I suck at nail polish because it always is messed up within the first hour, I swear. Is it just me? Like, what's the deal? So these were a miracle for me. And then I don't know if you caught that. So that was one nail. They make them super long. So in case you've got long nails, though, if you're a sculptor, you probably do not, because that nicks up the clay really badly. So if you have short nails, you get to use each nail twice. I mean, so each little package of these, you get to use twice. Like it does both hands. A set that normally would just be for one person one time, you get to use it twice because your nails are short. So how cool is that? And oftentimes I will even take these extra pieces and cut them to the shape that I want, and I'll stick them on my toenails. And so I literally can get all my nails and my toes done. Probably from just, if not just the 5 pieces, maybe 6 or 7. Like, it's insane. It's so cool. Anyway, I just wanted to show you those. I thought about maybe selling these because they're so awesome, but I'm going in so many directions right now that I would rather just tell you about them. And so this, I'm not sure what the name was on these, other than they're just the In Cocoa, and it looks like it's some really awesome blue glitter type thing. The other thing is that when you touch it, it's completely smooth. I don't know about you, but I love the look of glitter nail polishes, but if I ever actually use them, I'm always, the rare times that I would paint my nails, I was always like digging at them because it's got a texture and you're just always being bugged by it. But these stay really nice and flat. You do feel them on your nail at first, and whenever I go back to not wearing them for a while, I notice like, oh yeah, it does feel different to not have these on. But you know, same thing with nail polish. So if you like the look, that's a nice way to do it. Okay, so on with the show with other things. First of all, I wanted to show you this really cool image that I had a friend send me. How's that? Stick with the people who pull the magic out of you and not the madness. I thought that was so great, especially for the crazy that's going on in my life right now. And I love those bohemian skirts too. I love that stuff. Okay, so here's what's going on with art dolls and making fairies. First of all, I have to show you this. It's a velvet vampire, what do you call it? Cape, I guess? Vampire cape. Lined with red. It came with this wine bottle that I got. Mostly because of this. Because I wanted this. I'm like, it wasn't very expensive wine. So this thing was really cheap, and I thought that would be awesome for a doll, right? So now I have this cool cape. So stay tuned. Eventually you'll see it turn into some sort of doll. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. let's see next. What I'm doing lately is just trying to finish up projects for the amount of time each day that I'm sculpting. I'm spending at least an hour or more a day, you know, just doing the sculpting, depending how well staying caught up on orders and stuff like that is going. But it's helping me mentally to finish projects. Like this was the guy that we did a while ago, Mad Tea Hatter. And so I ended up giving him a better wrapping on his body. Like it wasn't as tight as it needed to be before, so I added a few more strips and just really tightened it. And now I'm getting ready to do his hands, and I found that at a class a while ago, I found a pair of hands that I'd made. And I kind of like these. I don't all the way, they're a little bit skinny, but I have to do a repair, it looks like right here anyway, because the wire's showing through. So I'm kind of thinking of making up a slurry. I think this is probably flesh colored. I'm not sure which. But anyway, mixing some up with a little bit of liquid clay and then just kind of sculpting on the top of these and just maybe detailing them out a bit more. Because I did these several years ago and I think I've gotten a lot better at sculpting. Just in a few years' time too. You know, if you put the time in, it really makes a difference. So I may have his hands already, and then I just need to do some cool boots. So I'm kind of thinking about maybe doing a show on shoes, you know, and just kind of maybe make a DVD out of a few different ways of doing shoes, because I don't know about you, but those witch shoes, wow, that was fun. That was way fun. I still need to put her laces on. Still need to get those laces in there. I had a kind of twine that was too thick, so I had to go to the craft store and find some better twine. So I need to get around to doing that too, but they're just so cute. I love them so much. She turned out so sweet. I just love her. Let's see if we can turn her sideways so she can say hi. Hello. Anyway, it's been very good for my spirits just to be finishing these, to be sculpting again more, because it kind of helps me get my confidence back, I guess. Would be a way, like when you go through some traumatic stuff, it really messes with you in a lot of ways. So, oh good. I've got a cool new light that's working pretty well too. I like it. Anyway, so it was nice to see I can still sculpt, you know? And I love to help you along the process of it too, because like I've said before, I didn't go to art school. I didn't come into this life just being an artist all my life either. This is kind of a late in the game, in my 30s type of thing that I discovered within myself. And, you know, hopefully over time I'll be able to tell you more about that story too. But even if you think you can't sculpt, boy, you never know. Like, I didn't know I could do this, and I'm still going, that looks like Angelina Jolie. Like, it literally does. How did that even happen? Because it's still miraculous to me too. So I'm thrilled to share with you what I learned on the way, because it feels like a gift to me anyway, you know? I was given that kindness by the universe or whatever as well, and I want to share that with you. Okay, next up is what I'm going to be working on today, which is painting this resin replica that Karen Baker made. If you don't know Karen Baker, check her out on Facebook. She is awesome, one of my dear, dear friends. She and Sherry Nielsen and I are like the three musketeers of sculpting here in Utah. So they are some dear, sweet, sweet people. Anyway, one day, I think it was last year sometime, we went over to Karen's and she needed help painting a bunch of these dolls, these pumpkin heads that she was taking to a show. And so we got to do that, and it was so fun. And later she gave us each one of these to keep for ourselves. And so I just had never gotten around to painting it, and it's like almost Halloween, and so I thought I need to do it now. And it would be a good opportunity to talk to you about painting techniques, right? So that's the thinking there, of how I can get the things done that I need to, but also bring you along for the process and teach you, you know, in the process as well. So I wanted to show you what these look like when they are in process. This is actually one that, both of these, last year we did a kind of like a sample class at Gardner Village, that's here in Utah, and showed people how to make these. This is, again, is Karen Baker's design. She did such an amazing job with this. And check out her Facebook and everything else just to see the kind of amazing sculptor she is. But this is one that I did, and this is one that I think Karen had gotten started a little bit on and then left it and let me take it rather than just reclaiming the clay. So I've been like adding my own touches, and so it's kind of a combination sculpt for us. But I love these little guys. So eventually I need to actually finish sculpting these and get them. I mean, they've been sitting in the air forever. Luckily you paint them anyway. They're like covered with lint, but I need to get them finished up and then actually baked. So I could have 3 little pumpkin guys hanging out with mine Karen Baker original resin copy that I've got here too. So I'm feeling pretty lucky, and I'm gonna do some painting. Alright, so first step, I'm just going to cover it with some orange. I'm just going to use a regular brush and kind of just kind of keep it thin for the first layer so we make sure it really adheres well. I don't know that you have to be as concerned about that with resin compared to polymer clay, because polymer has more oil in it, but I'm still going to do just like a nice thin layer that's going to be kind of like a primer coat, and show that to you. Alright, so this is the color of orange I'm using. I don't know if it's important or not. This is just the orange I happen to have. So that's the one I'm going to use. I just think it's good to tell you where we're at. Alrighty, so here we go. Anyway, I didn't say much about that image I showed at first about being with people that pull the magic out of you instead of the madness. I love that idea. And I think I'm learning that, I would say, like with my marriage experience, the biggest issue was incompatibility, ultimately. As much as we loved each other, there were just issues that, honestly, they showed up right away. It's just we jumped into a family and kids and everything so fast that the ball was rolling, you know what I mean? But I think who you associate with, who you choose to bring into your life is so important. And it took me a while to understand that, really, I think. And also just the amount of choice that we do have about stuff that way. And so I'm glad that you choose to hang out with me here. And I think actually that what I'm trying to do here, and all the people that are involved, let's give a big shout out to Iris. Oh my gosh, she's an angel. She really is. She's helped so much, and especially during this time that I've been injured, and oh my gosh, it's just been kind of crazy with orders and everything. By the way, I wanted to tell everybody who had a late order, look at the value of your order, and then go over to Making Fairies and look through the online courses, and I would like you to choose whatever courses you want of that same value. Because, I mean, it sucks to have to be waiting for stuff. And you know, things happened. Life got really crazy for me, but still, it sucks to have to wait. I wouldn't want to have to wait either. And you guys are so awesomely patient with me. And I really appreciate it. And I finally am starting to feel better. I don't know, I guess I would say, for those of you who have had children, right after you have that baby, that amount of exhausted you feel, I don't know if you can relate to this too, but I remember that at first, man, you're just trying to get through the day. Like, you are just exhausted. And then finally you start being able to do some things like maybe the dishes and laundry, and you're not horribly exhausted from it. And you're just like, oh, thank God my energy's finally coming back, you know? And that's kind of where I'm feeling right now. It's like, okay, I'm finally starting to feel like healing is happening, you know what I mean? And it just, I don't know, maybe it took some things coming to a head to be able to let me move on and let go. Maybe in ways I still needed to, even though I thought I really had, but who knows. Anyway, the important thing here is just to pay attention to the energy about stuff. Especially with artists, I mean, we really do understand magic, I would say, really. I mean, what we do, it astounds me. Literally, we have an ability, whether you're writing or painting or sculpting, to hold a vision in your head of something that doesn't exist in the physical reality yet. But it does in your mind, you know, and it's by your choice and your actions whether you choose to bring it about or not. And I know that's powerful. It's powerful that we're able to do that. And I love associating with visionary people like us, you know, because it's a really powerful gift, and it's a way that we can actually make the world better, because we can conceive of it being better, you know, and think of ideas of how it can. So I don't know about you. I hear about the crazy stuff that goes on, and it just incites me, you know, to want to do something about it and help life be better. So, you know, in my small little way, I know it's helped me a ton to turn to art and creativity, and especially the brain state that it puts you in. Really, I mean, you could call it the Zen state, or just, I mean, anybody who's an artist or sports, you know, probably anybody can relate to this in some way or another, of just when you just feel like you're in the zone, time disappears, you're just so engrossed in what you're doing and actually loving it at the same moment. Those are magical moments. And I think there's a really special, cool kind of magical energy that happens when those things happen. I mean, people call it the muse, or, you know, it's been called many things over the years. I think we're kind of at the point that who cares what we call stuff anymore, right? Let's just figure out how to tap into it better. I mean, that's what I've been trying to do with this whole art side, especially not, I mean, you could see me in high school, I wasn't the artist, I was the mathematician, you know? So this, for me, is like, what? But I love it, though, too, you know? This is a fun surprise. And I love the creativity and just this whole process of having an idea and then creating something. So I really think I've been surprised at how much just sculpting has helped me feel better, like just to consistently sculpt, because you leave a trail, you know? You leave a trail of like, look what I did. Oh my gosh, this came about. Oh, and then this too. And it's satisfying. And any way I can help you to do that too and feel that too, I'm happy to do so. Especially as I can automate it. Because there's been a lot going on. Okay, so here he is with his orange layer. I'll have to let that bottom dry too. So I'm going to let that dry completely first. And then I'll probably next, I might give him another layer too, because he looks kind of, you know, I just would prefer it to be solid, I think. But then I'll go through with some brown and black as well and really highlight those details.